Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Nova would like to welcome you as well. I think Sus and Kane are around here somewhere. You might see them too. They love coming in their grandma's room while, I'm crafting and doing a video. So they might be making a premiere here. Okay, so I'm so excited. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. You guys know how much you mean to me. I am so excited. I have reached my goals that I've set for myself. Now I've got to get new goals, but the goals I've set for myself was 1,000 subscribers. Thanks to all of you, I have passed that. Number 2, to get 4,000 watch hours. I just got that. I can't thank all of you enough. All of the extra help I got from creators, from subscribers. I'm speechless. Like, I didn't know if this was gonna happen. I just come on here, I have fun, I laugh. I'm trying to learn how to create things. And my favorite thing about this whole thing is getting to know all of you. And I just wanted to take a minute to really let you all know how much you mean to me. And thank you, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have reached my goals. Those were my first 2 goals. I just can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Like, I'm stunned. So thank you again from the bottom of my heart. I'm moved. Like, I just, I got on here thinking, oh, it's going to be fun and I'm going to meet some people, but I really didn't think I would hit these goals. And then as it started happening, I thought, maybe I will, maybe I will. And, yeah, you guys have done it. You guys have really done it. And, like, my voice is quivering a little bit, because I'm so overwhelmed with joy. So thank you. Okay. Another reason that we're here today is that I am in a collaboration. Now, I don't know why I do that. Sometimes I sing the most random things. Anyway, I am in a Vintage Valentine. It is today, January 21st at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. And it's hosted by Creating with Indiana Jones. Now, Annie she's just spectacular. She has grown so much, and she never lets that, stop her from helping people, from having collaborations with, people with smaller channels. And, that to me means so much, because as certain people get bigger, they don't have to do that stuff. And the fact that they do is very much appreciated. So thank you so much, Annie. Now, another thing I wanted to say was that there are other names listed here. So I think it's possible that they are maybe co-hosting. So I wanted to mention them. It's the Grace Life DIY Home Decor, Melissa Make It DIY, Annalees Cupboard DIY with Aurea, Buckeye Girls Decor and Lifestyle, At Home with Lisa, the Aria Design Z, I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that, and Creating with Chris Hunter. So you were supposed to do 3 or more DIYs, and it had to be Vintage Valentines. Now, I'm very, very new to this, so vintage, I've just never done vintage, I don't think. I really don't think I've done anything. And Vintage Valentines, now we're going to add Valentines. That's why I wanted to do this, because I really wanted to challenge myself to do something outside the box for myself. So you guys are going to have to tell me if it was a thumbs up or a thumbs down on did I nail Vintage Valentine. I like what I created. I'm really happy with it, but I want to know what you all think. So, and I would like to kind of start doing more vintage, but it's so new that it's scary. Something scary. But okay, so I'm going to quit my gabbing, because I've been gabbing for almost 5 minutes now. I'm so sorry. But thanks again to Annie from Creating with Indiana Jones, and all of the ladies that are with her in this. And thank you to all of you. All of their channels will be in my description box, along with the playlist. Please make sure you go give everyone some crafty love. You know, we all need it, you know, to remind us why we do this, because I'll tell you, I'm surely renewed. That's for sure. Thanks to all of you. Okay, let's get started on Vintage Valentines. Here we go. I'm so excited. Finally. Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. I just got, you know, all excited sharing that with you. Okay, so I'm counting this as 2 because I made 2 frames. So this is DIY number 1 and number 2. I don't want to say I struggled with this, but it definitely was outside of the norm for me, which is great. I love pushing my boundaries. I'm just hoping that, you know, it's considered Valentine's vintage. Like, I think it is, but I got all this paper from Joann's, and I just picked, like, you know, pieces I felt like were vintage. Old, you know, papers that have, like, you know, what are those things that women, you know, sew dresses on? And I know it's a mannequin, but the older days mannequins. And I've got one that has like newspaper clippings on it. I just picked out several because I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I had absolutely no idea. Okay, and still here, as I'm creating, I of course am, you know, not sure what I'm going to do, because I have these really pretty picture frames I wanted to use, which I didn't get to use, and I hope to get to use them soon because I love these. They're very old-time Victorian, I feel like, but I just couldn't figure out how to use them. But I'm going to really do a lot of thinking on it and use them soon, because I've had them for probably 2 years, and I'd like to put them in a DIY. That was the whole reason that I bought them. So, okay. So I'm putting both of these, you know, back after I painted them black, of course, that chalk paint from, Dollar Tree. I'm going to put them back in here. And now I'm like, okay, how am I going to decorate them, right? I don't want to cover up too much of the paper because that's like the focal point. But that's where I see those. I was like, do I put these over them? I don't know. I really struggled because everything I wanted to put inside them didn't fit because they're such small frames. So, I don't know. Anyway, I went through all of my ephemera, like Tim Holtz ephemera, just everyday ephemera. I went through all kinds of stuff. And I was surprised at some of the stuff I found. This is Tim Holtz. And I really liked the fact that it had sewing stuff on it. And this paper, and I had no idea when I started this, that this, like I said, this was where I was going. But when I found these, I thought, okay, this is perfect. Right? And then I've got some XOs and some beauty. And I'm going to add some hearts. So I really felt like, okay, this is vintage and Valentine's. I hope. So right now, all I'm doing is just picking and choosing where am I going to put everything. And I'll tell you what, these little stickers at Dollar Tree, you know, the, what are they called? Little tabs, double-sided tabs. They work pretty good, but if you're wanting to put it on something that you want it to stay forever, you better put some glue behind it because they don't stick for very long. But, you know, in this, of course, you're in a hurry, which honestly, putting, you know, gluing it all would have been much faster, but I wanted it to be raised off of the frame. There's no glass in these either. So that's like a measuring tape. And then I had all these really pretty flowers, all from Hobby Lobby. Those ones were from like last year. The pink and, the yellow and the mint. Those were last year's, I want to say last year's Easter or spring. But these are those Prima flowers, and they're so pretty. Like, these flowers are $5.99 a pack, but the flowers are just stunning. So when you spend $6 for a pack of flowers, You're so particular about what you're going to put them on, right? Because it's like $6 for some flowers. Like, what? I mean, they are beautiful. They make them stunning, that's for sure. So this one, I decided since it was like old newspaper clippings, I would put an old typewriter on it. Here, I got some leaves. See, on the other one, I put that, I don't know what that one flower was, but it was hard and, you know, that stuck up to the top and then put the flowers down. This one, I put some leaves on it. Those are some really pretty buds that I put down inside the frame and lifted them up so you could see them. See, again, I'm just putting, and I went with pink because of, you know, Valentine's. I thought, okay, well, that'll make, you know, because it's pink, I felt, you know, it's going along with the theme. And it's very, these are very neutral, so it was just like a touch of pale pink. And then I took these hearts that have, they're really thin, almost paper-like, but not little bit. They're not cardboard and they're not paper, so they're like maybe a hard cardstock. Oh, here I am gluing all my flowers down. But, yeah, I mean, so there they are. I do like them. I think they're so pretty, so romantic. I hope you guys like them too. I'm going to give you a final reveal at the very end. So, okay. Again, I'm back to my scrapbook paper. I did this project first, so you can see all the scrapbook paper's whole. And I have one of those mason jars from Dollar Tree. And I'm like, okay, so I'm going to leave it on the stand because I wanted it to stand up. I thought about covering both sides, and I didn't. I just covered the one side. You guys, please make sure you go check out the playlist. Any of you that are coming from the playlist, welcome. I'm so happy to have you. I hope you'll consider sticking around and joining my journey to craft. And, you know, I'd certainly be so happy and honored to, you know, have you on my channel. And if you're not quite ready yet, that's okay. A big thumbs up and a comment would be amazing. I would so appreciate it. It's a free way to support my channel, and you know, it's very, very, very much appreciated. But don't forget, all the links will be in the description box. Okay, so as you can see, I cut the top off. Like, I didn't want the top, like where the jars, per se, jar, like lid would go, because I have different plans for that. Now, here I put it down. I didn't take my time like I should have, so I got like a big bubble in it. When I tried to pick it back up, as you can see, the paper was already stuck. And I think it's because the paper was so thin. But, I mean, that's okay. I ended up getting the bubble out, but I really should have taken my time. So here's some trim or fabric that I got from a friend of mine, Jenny. Her channel is... oh my gosh, Crafting Creates. And she sent me a whole bunch of stuff, and these trims were in it. I'll link her channel down below too. She's a paper crafter, and she's one of the most kindest people I've ever met. There's so many kind people I've met. I'm so blessed. Okay, so I'm trying to get it on there. And then I'm trying to decide, okay, now that I have that on there, like, am I going to just put like a string bow around it, some ribbon around it? I really wanted to stay with that neutral tone, you know? So I went back to my little trim box, and I haven't used any of this since she sent it to me. So I'm really excited that I had an opportunity and I felt like a reason to use it. So I've got their little ruffles. And I'm going to put the ruffle around the jar. Now, it does cover up a lot of the paper, But, I mean, I just felt like that's okay. It's okay that it covered up a lot of the paper, you know, because you can kind of see through the sheer of the ruffles. Okay, and now I got some pearls out of that same container of trims and ribbons and, you know, pearls per se. And so I thought, you know, I'm going to cut one string because I just wanted it to be subtle. So I just took one and I'm going to glue it on, not with hot glue because I didn't want the hot glue to, like, you know, be visible. Now this is barely arts glue. And it dries clear, so that's what it's for paper crafting. But now I'm finding it's for more than paper crafting. Like, it's glue. It works for everything. And it's so perfect for these pearls. Like, it's held on so well since I've done this. And it dried so fast, too. Oh, look, I just love that paper. And there's those same hearts that I used on the picture frames. I also used on that. And now I just took that macro cord and I just made a really pretty bow. And that was it. It was done. I really like it. I think it's so pretty. Okay, thanks again. Such a big thanks to all the ladies that did this. Annie, thank you so much. You're so amazing. And don't forget, description box or in the description box. Description box. I don't forget their channels are in the description box. You know I couldn't get through this without messing up, right? Okay, there's my Vintage Valentines. Tell me what you guys think. I really hope you liked it. I struggled with this, but now that I see them, and as I was creating them, I was excited about it. And so I hope you all feel the same. If you have any suggestions, please don't hesitate to give me them in the comments. I'd love to hear any of your suggestions. Description in the description box. All right, you guys, happy crafting, and I'll see you so soon. Bye.